Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials on Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Fridays I do fabulous drag looks because Fridays are a drag. In today's video, we're doing this look, and this is a look I selected from the course I received from Online Makeup Academy. I'm going to be reviewing Online Makeup Academy and Advanced Makeup course, and we're going to be going through all the stuff they have in school. They have a lot, and what I learned and my program I received, and all the benefits you receive from Online Makeup Academy. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all new videos I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live some Mondays. So follow me on social media, the links are down below, as well as this makeup course and Online Makeup Academy. So subscribe, comment, like, and let's get right into this video. So I'm very excited to tell you guys about Online Makeup Academy. I might have told some of my patrons because I kept it kind of a secret because I wanted to, go through some courses myself so I can actually properly tell you guys what I learned. So I got approached by Online Makeup Academy and they offered me a course so I can post a review on YouTube. And this course is Advanced Makeup Program. So they have a few courses. I'm just looking at my laptop. They have Master Makeup Program, Advanced Makeup Program, Pro Hairstyling course, and special effects. Oh, that looks very interesting. I love special effects. And they have makeup intro course, which is short, and they have master classes. Everything is online, so you can click log on, pay for the course. They vary from $99 to $799, $999 for special effects. Makeup master program, so you can pick and choose, or you can just get the course that covers everything, and you can get certified as professional makeup artist online. The good thing about this course is that you get feedback. So after each chapter you complete, you do the assignment. Maybe it's 1 look or 2 looks, and then you submit your looks and you get the feedback by email, or you can even get a one-on-one Zoom call if needed. I actually asked questions because I was interested. I wasn't sure how it works. I decided not to go at the time with the assignments because it's kind of involved. I need natural light and I'm very lazy. I do it all in the afternoon. And also I love painting on my own face, and for me it's more of an artistry rather than like I would want to work on other people. So I think I'm going to continue with my social media, but for me it's very invaluable, for what I do, because I learned some tools how to do my own makeup more efficiently and not to waste time or use too many products, because my makeup today looks more natural and like kind of easy going than what I usually use. So many layers. You could take this course if you're just interested to learn about makeup, because anybody could do this. It's like beginner, anyone who doesn't know anything about makeup can do this. It's very simple. So they have first you get a PDF file with like all the courses, like what's included. They have creative makeup, we have period makeup, HD makeup, high fashion makeup, editorial makeup, nude makeup, photo shoots, products, makeup artist appearance, motivation. That's like in PDF. And then I get to the modules. So you have to take a test, assignment after each module. Creative makeup, HD techniques, period makeup. That was very interesting because I got to see like 1920s, 1930s flapper look. They have twig inspired look, bridal, 80s inspired look. That was like, oh, I love that. I was like eyeshadow to eyebrows. That's me. And 60s twig inspired look, that was a bonus. Then we got high fashion, got runway, gold leaf, like, oh, excuse me, this is a runway. I'm a model. And we got, she made so many looks like as bonuses. Paulina did. I love Paulina. I watched so many videos by Paulina. I'm like, as if I know her. And what also got me, that every time I watched the videos, it gave me New York nostalgia because they're based in New York. So every video, or maybe not every, but some videos, I heard the train passing by, like she's doing makeup, and I hear "Ah," in the background. I'm like, oh, I'm getting homesick. I will live so many years in New York. Just a side note, I still feel at home in New York the most, although I'm in LA now. But all those city sounds in the background, I'm like, "Ah, I will go back in a second." My husband's giving me a side eye. Anyway, they got editorial makeup and edgy looks, like crystal studs. Well, like, I like my crystals and gems. Like, I glue everything to my face. Strip eyelashes. Interesting that she's not a fan of strip eyelashes. Alina, she uses a lot of individuals. And in the bonus videos, I could actually see where she got them from. I'm like, thank you. I'm gonna go to AliExpress and get those individual lashes. They're from AliExpress. And she says get them in like a yellow, I think a yellow backing. They're 10 millimeters and 8 millimeters eyelashes. They look more natural to me. Like, for my purposes, my videos, it's easier just to put a strip because I like extra, like, in your face looks. But for the actual pro makeup, you probably would want to use individual eyelashes, so it's really neat. Like, the ones I'm using today is like a very neat lash line, so you can't even see them. But individuals probably would look even better. Then you got branding and marketing. And then it covers business. And then you get bonus live Zoom classes with Paulina, and they all recorded, so they all stay there. And I've been watching them. I went through like a bunch of them, not all of them, but I went through a bunch of them. It's like all the face shapes, all the contours, like how you deal with the face shapes. She showed how she sanitizes her brushes, like in between the clients. She has a Cinema Secrets sanitizer. I want to get that, although I'm not working on people, but it would be helpful. Contour concentrated kit. She showed her kit. It was like shocker. I already said it during the video that her kit is like literally this small. Everything in those little divider containers. Like, she put the lipsticks there. She puts a foundation there. She just scoops them out so you can mix everything on a spot, and you don't need to have like a whole range of foundations. Like, I understand this well. I think I agree with this because I like mixing things. It kind of like reminds me of hair color, because I would never carry the full line of hair color products, like a hairline, color line, what am I saying? You can carry just a few colors, the basics, and you can mix them, because you can create other colors out of what you have, so you don't need to have the whole range. It's very similar actually to hair coloring. Must-have tools. I mean, the list goes on, and as we speak, they keep adding more videos because every week there's a new video, and there's so much you can learn. I'm in awe. I love this course, to be honest. Just love this course. And also, the big benefit for completing this course and getting your license, you get discount. Similar to being a hairdresser, I have my pro card, which I actually keep current, so I can get discount on my hair products. I still have my Florida license. So when I go to my pro hair shops, I get all discounts. So it's the same thing here. You get 40% discount actually from ABH. What other brands were there? So ABH, Makeup Forever, Mayron, Graphobium, Beauty Blender, NYX, Inglot, and more. So I mean, it's a big deal. So in the next clip, you're gonna see me doing this look. I might edit it so it's not too long, because this video is going to be 2 hours long if I keep everything in, because I followed everything step by step, and I made it my own. I made it a little more extra. I mean, I'm an extra person, like, duh. And what course covers I already covered right now, but in the next clip you'll see me actually apply all the tools that I learned in this video and in this course. I'm planning to keep watching everything because I feel like I'm learning so much more. Obviously, I'm not a pro. I just kind of like went with my brushes and my products and just create whatever I feel like creating. But this is giving me the tools that I needed. I feel like, you know, even the brushes versus sponges and, you know, all these tools and techniques feels like is gonna give me so much more. So I highly recommend them, guys. Go check them out. Again, the link is gonna be in the description box below. A lot of courses you can choose from, and they cover pretty much everything. And it's so easy because you can complete it at your own pace. You don't have to rush or be somewhere in class, because for me it's a big deal. Like, I like my workouts in the morning, so I can watch this like at night after dinner, you know. So this is a huge help for somebody who is not very flexible. So let's get into this tutorial completion. And ooh, this is like high fashion gold leaf. So, and I'm gonna give you the final word at the end. So we're going to try this to follow this exactly as possible. Very interesting. So all I have is my eyebrows. Excuse me for not doing eyebrows the way they're doing over there, but as you might know, I have no eyebrows, almost none. So the old eyebrow tattoo has been covered, and I used the Shein eyebrow pen just to draw some hairs. So now we're going to take a first step and cleanse the skin. So I'm going to use the hydrating toner, just something I get in Walmart. Usually I do this in the morning and at night, but this is like I'm filming in the middle of the day, so I'm gonna use this. So now she's taking the cream and she's putting it on a spatula, of course, on the pad, mixing pad, but of course we don't have the client. The client is me, so I'm doing my own cream. I'm just gonna use something I got in BoxyCharm. This is Kate Somerville Moisturizer Exfoliate Glow. So taking the eye cream on my ring finger, just pat it on. I'm using L'Oreal Eye Defense. So now she's using lip oil. So here's the thing. I hate lip oils. I know it's good for you, but I'm so lazy. I think I got a lip oil in BoxyCharm and I just disposed it. So I'm just gonna use oil. I have this bio oil, and I'm gonna put it on a Q-tip the way she did it. I mean, it's an oil, right? I never use oil on my lips, so I guess it could be beneficial. So next she's using corrector palette. So the model over there has some red spots. I have just one little zit here. It's not even worth correcting, but I do have a lot of darkness. I have deep set eyes, of course, and it's not even just the darkness itself, it's also where my eyes are. So I noticed the like Makeup Forever makeup in this makeup academy. So I do actually have one palette, and this is Makeup Forever professional face contouring palette. I definitely see some color correction. I actually never do this, but you know, I think I could use this. So then she's using foundation, and she's using a Makeup Forever foundation. I'm going to use my all-time favorite for Dewy. It's affordable. That's why I'm trying like to use everything affordable for this video. I don't know why, but I am. So this is Wet n Wild Dewy for the Focus Foundation. I think it's my best match as well, so I'm gonna use this. Classic beige. I haven't self-tanned in a few days, so I'm a little paler than usual. So we're gonna apply this. Obviously I would apply it with a spatula on the mixing pad, but since I'm doing my own makeup, I'm just gonna apply it on my hand. And she's using flat brush. I noticed that Alina likes to use, I mean, she's like wealth of knowledge, a lot of her videos. So she likes to use dome-shaped fluffy brushes, so this would be probably the brush she would use, but she used flat brush for this video, so I'm just gonna follow this. It's a Spectrum flat brush, and she says it does leave streaks. So let's see the match. It's not bad. It's still maybe a little darker than I am right now because, you know, no self-tanner for days. So pat it on, and we're going to blend this with the wedge, the way she did it. So using the wedge, we're going to pat it in and help it blend. Actually, this method is not bad. You know, I always hated brushes, and I love my beauty blenders, sponges. It's not very productive if you work as a makeup artist because you constantly would have to wash them, so I can imagine why. I blended the foundation down my neck because I don't have self-tanner at the moment, so I'm trying to match and blend everything down. So she's using concealer from foundation palette from Makeup Forever. It's a nice little palette. I would imagine it would be so convenient if you work as a makeup artist because you have all the colors and it saves time and it saves space and money. But I'm gonna use this concealer and I'm going to make it match because she's using one tone lighter. Me being extra, I always go a few tones lighter. But this, let's try. I mean, it might not be bad, but I might want to mix it with foundation because we're trying to make it more, I don't know, more natural, not as weird as all the beauty gurus do it. So I'm going to use a Morphe brush. This is a very similar brush that she's using, actual spied on Alina. She likes this kind of a angled brush from Morphe for concealer. I'm going to pat this on. I use sponge for everything, so this is very interesting to try actually to do what professionals do and use brushes. It's not bad, and the wedge will help to blend this out. Excuse the noise, I think they're cutting the grass downstairs. Also the tip from Alina to drag this down if it's 1 or 2 shades lighter, so it doesn't look like a raccoon eye, which makes sense, everybody does it. So that I know already, but I'm getting so many tips here. So now we're using setting powder just on the under eyes so it doesn't grease the under eyes. I'm gonna use the Beauty Bakery powder just because it's very fine. Using a small brush and we're gonna tap and roll. So now I'm using a bigger brush to apply powder for the rest of the face, and she's using a smaller brush. I usually use a large brush like this, but this might be a little too large. So I'm gonna use what the professional is using, and this is about the same size. This is BH Cosmetics number 3. So we're gonna tap into the powder, shake off the excess, and tap on my hand a little bit. And set the face slightly. I usually set my face with Tati Beauty Blendiful, and I mean, I use that powder. Maybe this will teach me something. How not to be a cake face. So now for the primer, I'm gonna use concealer. The same concealer, the Wet n Wild Incognito. I'm just going to use it alone by itself without foundation. Because why not? Excuse the banging. I'm going to use the same brush. She was using flat brush, but I've seen her use this kind of brush in other videos. Because I watch a lot of videos of Alina's, and especially Zoom calls. Oh, those Zoom calls are so useful. I learned so much from the Zoom calls, guys. And I like they're not using primers. I mean, at least she's not using a primer. She says you can use a primer, but she's using concealer. And this is like always a big discussion, concealer versus primer. Like Robert Welsh is so stuck up and like, you can't use concealer, you can't. Oh, and she's like, I'm using concealer. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I wonder, guys, comment below. Is this just the British thing to use primer only? Or is this just James Welsh being very stuck up in his ways? I'm gonna go the real cheap route, and I'm gonna use my Glam palette from LA Colors, and it has all the neutral shades we need. The highlight tone is about my skin tone. We're going to set the concealer. Yes, I'm doing the opposite way. Usually go with dark tones first, and I never set anything. So just gonna trust the process and go with how professional does. It's actually a perfect color to set my base for the eyeshadow. So now she's taking the light gray color. This was actually a Smashbox palette, not Urban Decay, so I'm going to go between these two colors because this one's a little too dark. And this is totally possible to create a lighter color if you mix. This is my own advice. Anyway, I'm using a blended brush. It's about the same size she was using. This is Spectrum B11, and we're going to grease, create kind of swirling motions. So now we're doing the gel liner all over the eyelid. So I'm going to use Beauty Creations gel liner because my Morphe gel liner has took a poo a long time ago. It dried out, could not revive it. Anyway, so we place it with a flat brush. Then Paulina sets it with a blue eyeshadow immediately. Well, I want to go with purple because I like purple. This is kind of bluish purple over here. This is LA Colors, actually LA Girl. And this is in a color, it's a palette called Main Stage. So I like this color. And it's very intense too, it's very inexpensive. I'm just gonna use flat brush for this. Taking a smaller brush, Spectrum 812. I'm gonna go into the black from LA Colors. It's like one is LA Girl, one is LA Colors. And we're going to try to be careful with the black. I'm gonna try to blend this here and not get raccoon eyes and the black eyes. I really don't like the black eyeshadow after I do foundation, but it's all fixable. Taking the fluffier brush, I'm going to go back to the gray eyeshadow, the one I used here, and we're going to just blend the black a little better. How we deal with the fallout? Taking Q-tip, a little bit micellar water, use makeup remover, but same difference. So I'm gonna remove this here. So this is gonna remove the concealer, but we can put the concealer back on. And I'm going to reapply the concealer where I just removed it. And set this again before it moves with the same translucent powder. I'm learning how not to use too much product, I'm telling you guys. Because, I mean, I go ham on powder. This amount of powder does the same thing, but actually I feel like I look smoother than usual. And taking the same gel liner, she went on the low lash line. I'm gonna connect all the lines so there is no gap. And we're going to smoke it with a black eyeshadow. Now taking even a smaller brush, the just Spectrum 815, I'm gonna go into the waterline, low lash line with the same gel liner. Obviously on the client she goes on the pad, mixing pad. Everything goes with a spatula and mixing pad first. Now she tight lines model's waterline and the upper lashes, and she uses a regular pencil, any kohl pencil, black eyeliner. I'm gonna use Beauty Bay. I love that tip. I mean, I figured you have to sharpen between the clients, so you sharpen the pencil. This one is not sharpened, and then take the alcohol spray and spray the tip. I mean, I sprayed it once because it's mine, obviously. And take a tissue and wipe it on the tissue, because obviously alcohol is going to sting the eyes. So make sure the model is comfortable or the client. And now we can tight line. So next she is using gold from the Flash palette, and this is pretty much like a grease paint palette. I have this palette here actually, but why not go fancy this time? Just for the heck of it, just because I have it. I have this melt collection and I have this gel liner, but it's kind of a interesting texture because it doesn't really dry like a regular gel liner. It's more flex, like a pliable, I would say. So I'm gonna go with the BH Cosmetics. It's kind of a fluffy brush. I'm gonna create those kind of dots. So she did that on the inner corner, and I wanna go creative, and I'm just gonna go everywhere. Just because I want to be extra, you know. We are very extra in this channel. So that's what I did with the gold leaf. We're applying the gold leaf. Well, this is like a extreme pain in the behind to apply. It literally melts on my fingers. My fingers are covered with it, but you know, I found like to apply with my fingers is easy because I'm doing it myself. Obviously, with a client you would have to use tweezers. But I'm gonna use my fingers because like I can't be bothered right now. It's stuck to my fingertips. Well, I have long nails, so I wouldn't wear long nails if I was working with a client, clearly. I want to hold my eyebrow kind of up and a little bit in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna use the glue. I'm gonna randomly stick the pieces that I actually want to stick, because I found a lot of it just melted in my hands and went to nothing. You can get that gold leaf on Amazon. Alina said that, and she's right. Amazon is full of those things. It's like all the nail art, you can get it. mine and came in this kind of little small containers. It's a foil, it's like a sheet of foil, and you break it apart in your fingers or tweezers. So for the next step, she's using a fan brush and the same grease paint. I prefer water activated paint, so I'm just gonna use that. So this is actually a Beauty Bay Bod palette. I'm gonna use two colors, purple and lavender. This brushes I kind of created myself. This is a craft brush from Walmart. I cut the pieces out of it. I mean, you can use whatever you want. That proves the point. Makeup, especially creative makeup, is very subjective. So I'm gonna create, instead of strokes like she did like this, I'm gonna create more of a swirly thing. And this doesn't have to be precise, of course. I'm gonna use another brush that I create myself. Same thing, a craft brush. And I'm going to use a light purple color. I'm gonna kind of add a little more swirls here. So now we're placing the eyelashes. Eyelashes she chose are the Wispies. I'm pretty sure they're like Ardell or similar thing. These are from Amazon. They're very similar, very small. The lash band is very thin. She prefers the lash bands that are thin. They're gonna be more natural. And eyelashes, I'm using dual lash glue. This is my glue, of course. I'm not using on any clients. So I'm gonna straight going into the tube and into the eyelash. She was using a brush, which is of course hygienic, and she was using tweezers. I like to use my fingers, but I guess it's more professional to use tweezers, so I'm gonna try to use tweezers. So now we're using mascara with the eyelashes. The mascara, of course, we're gonna use, I'm not going to use, but you should use disposable ones, and I already knew it, so it was interesting to see. One disposable one for the lower lash line, and of course you don't double dip, you use another one. So next we're going to contour. She contoured with a palette that looks very warm actually, so I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle. I'm gonna go for the medium shade with a kind of a angled brush. She used a similar brush. The most concentrated part is up here at the top of the ear, and just like blend it in, but not all the way, just about to the outer corner of the eye line. I know it's not flattering to blend it all the way to the mouth, but when I do drag looks I do, but this is far from drag look. So warm up the forehead, because actually I have that in common with Alina. She's got a 5 head, and I would say I have a 6 head, Alina, if you're watching this. My forehead is way bigger, so you can't complain. So next she mattified some areas, so I'm gonna use some more powder on the same brush. For me it's not as necessary because I'm not oily, but you know, when you work with the models, with the clients, it's important to mattify them so the makeup stays long. Especially something like this creative, I would imagine would be like on some kind of modeling event, so they would need their skin to be perfect the whole day long. So next we're using the blush. For the blush I'm using Makeup Revolution palette, and this is Sugar and Spice, and I'm gonna go for this peachy color here. So she starts in the apple of the cheeks and she blends it up. Now we're going to apply glitter creatively. I'm gonna use the same bio oil. She says you can use castor oil. She used some kind of luminizer. I'm going to use the same oil, same difference. It's just something to stick on, like for wet effect. The same foundation brush that we used before. What I liked about her, that she's very economical, Alina. Like she said, she uses the same brushes a lot for the same makeup session. So I'm mixing two glitters actually. This is very chunky from Midas, and the other one is ABH glitter, kind of orangey. So it's gonna create a little chunky effect than hers, but you know, I'm a very extra person, so I have to adjust everything for my needs. So, ooh girl. So I'm gonna tilt the head and just spray myself. Pretty much glitter bombing myself. So now we'll go into lips. So for the lips, she says if you want to overline the lips, you want to use foundation first. I just overline my lips. I mean, it's very obvious usually, but I'm like a drama queen. I'm a drag queen, so you know, never mind me. But I'm gonna try to do this, and this is the brush I use for concealer. And we're gonna reuse the same brush. I'm gonna go for this foundation, and I'm gonna go on the lips. I wiped the oil already. That's what she said. Wipe the oil first. So I'm going to use Berry M lip liner, go-to. I'm not going to spray with alcohol because obviously I'm using it on myself. I'm going to color it all the way in, the way she did it. So slightly overline Elaina. You just have to be calm and not go over the board. So I actually have the same Berry M lipstick in the color go-to. I feel like it doesn't go with purple. But I might add a little something more mauvey on top. I'm going with applicator because it's my own lips and my own lipstick. So this is the finished look. I paired it with the earrings. Of course, in the video, model was just bare. You know, just focus was in the eyes, but I'm an extra queen, and I think I like these earrings to go with the gold leaf and my eyebrows. It's more like a ooh, a Mabel. So yeah. That's my version of her creating makeup. I loved all the videos I received, and I watched all of the makeup tutorials videos, and also so many Zoom calls that's already been pre-recorded. So that's like a post-education. So because it says a cost, the course will give you certificate, but also post-education. Post-course, like those Zoom calls, I imagine that, and yeah, so I'm very impressed. It's so easy. You just sit at home at the computer and do everything online, and take tests online, get feedback. Everything is internet-based and email-based, and it's extremely easy to get certified, and it's so detailed, the education you get in this course. And I have so many other courses like the special effects, the elite course, the basic course. I mean, everything. So I highly recommend this. So I'm going to link them all in the description box. The school, you know, my course, so you can see everything and all the benefits, so you'll see what you get for your money. I think it's very worth it. The course is great, very detailed, so you get everything you need to start as a makeup artist. So huge thank you to Online Makeup Academy for working with me. Thank you guys so much for sending me over. So again, links are down below, so check them out, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer all the questions in comments. So leave me a comment, like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live some Mondays. So follow me on social media. The links are down below, as well as my Patreon group. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!